Hi guys, 안녕하세요 여러분. Welcome to my channel. My name is Aysulu. You can call me just Ice. If you don't know me yet or didn't watch me before, I advise you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I also have Instagram and TikTok. So you can find a lot of useful information about studying and living abroad, especially in South Korea, and generally about opportunities abroad. And in today's video, I want to cover the reality of studying in South Korea, generally studying abroad. As most of you know, I'm a JKS scholar. I won Global Career Scholarship in 2022. Currently, I'm a graduate student at Hanguk University of Foreign Studies in Seoul, South Korea, majoring in politics, specifically the politics of Russia and CIS countries. JKS scholarship is fully funded opportunity. It covers 3 years of your master's degree. 1 year, it will cover your Korean language courses, and 2 years of your master's degree. If you apply into bachelor's degree, it will cover your 5 years, including 1 year of Korean language courses. And also, it's possible to apply for a PhD degree, which lasts 4 years. So PhD here lasts 3 years, bachelor's degree 4 years, and master's degree 2 years. It is quite different from European education system. I'm usually consulting people and taking people for mentorship because I'm a winner of many fully funded international scholarships. You can check my biography on the Instagram page. If you're interested in any kind of scholarship, you can always DM me. Going back to the main topic, currently I am studying in my first semester. I am 신입생, I mean newbie. I have 1.5 years. Here we should complete 42 credits by the time of graduation. This semester I'm taking 12 credits. Next semester I'm planning to take 15, in the third one also 15, and in the last semester only one subject, because in the last semester I want to focus fully on writing my graduation thesis. So generally I will have taken 42 to 46 credits by the time of graduation, because not all subjects have the same amount of credits. This is the first fact. The second fact is that when you are registering to courses, you have mandatory courses and elective courses. There is usually 1 to 2 mandatory courses per semester, but usually you are given the full list of subject courses. It's like 15 or 20 courses where you can choose maximum 15 credits per semester. The schedule of the classes is also different. Personally, I study until 10 p.m. but on Wednesdays I have classes since early morning, and whenever I have classes on Wednesday, oh my god, this throws me off the schedule, because I already got used to late night studying and like working, and the Wednesdays, oh my god, speechless. One class usually lasts 3 hours, but depending on professors and the topic of the material, they can let you go earlier. Really, most of them, they hold a lecture for 3 hours. Sometimes it can get really boring. And the language of your classes actually depends on your studies. My studies are fully in Korean, but nowadays the department is trying to mix English, Korean, and sometimes Russian languages, so I can say that 80% of my studies are in Korean. Guys, if your Korean is far from perfect, if you have been learning Korean only for 1 year, this is not actually enough time to speak fluently and understand everything academically in Korean. I advise you to send emails to professors before registering to courses, because I did the same. I got topic level 5 out of 6, but to be honest, this is not enough to study politics in an academic level, because I have been learning Korean only for 1 year. And in that case, if you are in the similar situation, send emails and explain your circumstances to these professors. Not all of them will allow you to do your assignments and projects in English, but you can at least try it out. You can ask, Professor, 안녕하세요, can I do my assignments, home assignments and team project, or maybe term paper in English? If they allow you, choose these professors to save your mental health and ass. Literally. But if you're good in Korean, if you don't have any problems with understanding academic Korean, here you go. You can practice and improve your academic Korean even better. But this is just my advice for newbies who are in the similar situation as me, because sometimes I also don't understand what professors and my classmates are talking about. Genuinely. Seriously. Most studies in Korea are lecture-based and teacher-centered, which is not preferable, but thankfully my studies, as I study like political science, this is social study, most of my studies, they consist of 50% of discussions and debates, which can improve your critical and analytical thinking. But from my point of view, the education system in Korea, especially in social and humanitarian sciences, should have been better, because I still believe that this system needs to instill innovations and these innovative approaches to studies. Attendance check is strict. If you skip at least 3 classes, you have to redo the whole semester. So you should be really careful with that. Even being late is also counted. And if you're late at least 3 times, it will be considered as one skip of the classes. And if you skip classes 3 times, you're out of the game. You should pay for the whole semester once again for your living expenses, which is not preferable. So please do not skip the classes and do not be late for the classes, because they are really strict, believe me. And the most significant thing is definitely writing a thesis, graduation thesis. Actually, this is triggering me because here people are starting to write their thesis in their last semester. And I'm like, are you serious? Aren't you gonna research? Aren't you gonna use empirical methods? It's genuinely giving me anxiety, because I think that we should start thinking about our research topic at least 2 semesters before graduation. Talking about professors, actually most of them are considerate, but you can also encounter picky professors. Most of our professors in CS and the Russian department, they graduated from Russian universities or even US universities. You can also encounter Ivy League alumni and diplomats as well. For example, one of our lecturers from non-proliferation of nuclear weapons class, he used to be a Korean diplomat in Greece and Singapore. I'm really honored to take education from these kind of big people. Some of our professors are really funny. I have an experience of going out to eat meat and drink soju. This is quite popular culture here. After eating meat and drinking soju, we also went to karaoke. Here people call karaoke like noraebang. So we sang Russian and Korean songs and it was really fun. And this professor also asked me in the classes whether I smoke or not. And I'm like, when I was refraining from answering, he's like, oh, 괜찮아, like it's fine, this is Korea. You shouldn't be embarrassed of that. And I'm like, wow. In our country and like generally in CIS countries and in Russia, it's not acceptable to drink soju. It's like vodka. Can you understand? In European countries, people at least drink beer with their professors, but here they straight away drink vodka like soju and eat meat, and they can go to even karaoke. It's quite widespread here, but in our country it is not quite acceptable. Yeah, you can encounter some of the cases, but generally it is not acceptable and it's not appropriate thing to do. What about classmates? Thankfully, in the beginning of my classes, I didn't know Korean well, but during these 3 Mondays, I believe that my spoken Korean has improved at least a little bit, definitely improved. But thankfully, most of them, they know a little Russian, a little English, so we could somehow communicate in the beginning. But right now, I'm also trying to use Korean language because I'm studying Korean. I have to improve my Korean. Most of them, they are in their 30s, and actually, I'm the youngest master's degree student in our department. Because, you know, here in Korea, people do their master's degree close to their 30s, while in, say, countries in Russia, people do their master's degree straight away after the graduation from their bachelor's degree because of the success cult, because of the feeling of FOMO, which is not correct. This is at some point understandable because it's quite hard to find a proper job with a good salary without master's degree or PhD degree in our countries. Also, Korea has this kind of culture of sonbaes and hubaes. So sonbae is actually senior students, older students at university or school, and the hube is younger students at university or school. So sonbaes usually have to treat at least once their hubes, and actually my sonbaes are the best because they are treating me every week, especially one business lady sonbae who treats me every every week with dinner. Last time we ate a really delicious pasta together. And right now I want to talk about difficulties, because not all students who study abroad talk about difficulties, because they always show, the good part, the funny part. Like sometimes they can also sugarcoat the circumstances, but the first difficulty, I can say, this is language barrier. Even if I go a topic 5 level out of 6, as I mentioned before, I still feel a huge gap between me and native Korean speakers, especially in an academic field. In order to know Korean well and in order to speak Korean fluently, you have to learn Korean at least 2 to 3 years or even 4 years. But I have been learning Korean 1.5 years, which is not enough. But I don't also want to make excuses. I am trying. I should try more. But it is possible actually to learn Korean in a short period of time if you are passionate and disciplined. What's more, it is really hard to find friends and a good match. I mean, a boyfriend or girlfriend here in Korea, especially Korean friends, Korean boyfriend or Korean girlfriend, right? If you're a boy, it's generally difficult to find loyal friends, close friends when you are an adult. Because when people are becoming older, they don't have time to other people. They prioritize themselves, most of the people, right? And they're busy with their own world. That's understandable. And it's really challenging to find a loyal friend who you can spend your time often, who shares your world perspective and matches your energy. Regarding Korean dating culture, this is a completely different topic, and I can cover it in another video. But I can say that communication skill is very necessary in order to maintain your mental health, believe me. Also, if you're a student in Korea, you have student visa, which doesn't allow you to work. Yeah, it is somehow possible to find a job if you are a nimble person, if you're a quick person, but generally it is complicated. It's genuinely challenging to find a good job because you need fluent Korean language, you need an impressive CV, right? At least to have part-time job in your professional sphere. But if you want to have part-time jobs in restaurants, not professional sphere, it is possible actually. Yeah. And if you came to Korea with a lot of expectations, reality can really hit you, especially if you came to find K-drama oppas who are handsome, right? Believe me, not every second Korean boy is a Korean oppa from K-dramas. You better not have high expectations about Korean boys or girls, because they are also humans. Most of them are victims of their beauty standards, which really affect their mental health and position in the society. Homesickness. If you don't have experience studying in another city away from your family or in another country, homesickness can really hit you intensely, right? But I already got accustomed to it because I have been studying separately from my hometown and family since 2017. But you'll get used to it. The main thing is to surround yourself with good people, with close friends who can also maintain your mental health. Please do not give up on your personal and social life. And as a foreigner, you should be also aware that most of the Koreans, they have prejudices towards foreigners. Most of the Koreans, they have xenophobia towards foreigners because they didn't used to see foreigners in their daily lives. Nowadays, Seoul is one of the most internationalized cities in South Korea, but if you're not living in Seoul but in other cities, you should be ready for that, especially when you have different complexion, different way of behavior, different way of speaking. Try to adapt to Korean culture because you are in a different country, you are in a different society, and you should also respect their culture. But I'm not saying that they are racist, no. Most of them, they are having prejudices, and you should just be aware of that, okay? So generally, I don't have a lot of prejudices of Koreans towards me because I look like a little bit like Korean maybe, but most of the people, they also say that I can look like Japanese sometimes, I don't know. But I still don't have working experience, and I can't say that I know the attitude of Koreans towards me fully. But if you continue acting like a foreigner, they will continue perceiving you as a foreigner. If you continue speaking English, they will continue perceiving you as a foreigner. But if you adapt, if you try to speak Korean, fluent Korean, if you try to adopt their way of behavior, their way of speaking, their intonation, you will have less problems. Believe me. If you want to stay in Korea for a long-term perspective, you should try to be Korean as much as possible and adapt to their standards. This is harsh, I know, but this is the reality, strict reality of Korea. Even Korean people are suffering because of their beauty standard. Most of them, they are making even surgery in order to look presentable before having a proper job. So if you have pretty privilege, I'm sure you have, just try to adapt to their culture. You can start learning Korean for that first of all. Believe me, if you listen to my advice, you will not die in Korea. And the third topic is social life. No matter what, please, no matter what, no matter how your studies are difficult, please have social life. Please try to have your personal life, because if you only study, you can go nuts. I am talking seriously, you can go nuts, because the studying is also not easy. There is a lot of competition. Try to socialize with people. Try to have more Korean friends. Try to have boyfriend or girlfriend, because just to make your life much funnier and to maintain your mental health, because this is one of the most important things. I am speaking from my own experience, believe me. Do not limit yourself with studies only. Try to participate in different conferences, academic conferences, research conferences, or just conferences, youth conferences, traveling events, K-pop events, volunteering, internships, part-time job, whatever. There are a lot of opportunities, a lot of options, so just pick some of them and do them. Personally, regarding my achievements during my first semester on master's degree, I won fully funded seat for international conference in Philippines, in the capital city of Manila. I'm flying to Philippines in December, in the beginning of December. So this is a perfect example of, side activities, extracurricular activities. Also, I have been a member of EFLA, Eurasian Future Leaders Academy, since the end of August. Our team has won the first place and won 500,000 won as example of great teamwork and a great proposal for cooperation. Next weekend we're also having the last session, after which we can get our money. But this is not about money, this is about networking. This is about meeting people from your countries, people from Korea who are like-minded, who have this energy, this drive, this spirit, because these are your main currencies right now. You are young, you're wild. Just let it be. Use your drive, use your energy. These are my examples of extracurricular activities, and if you have entrepreneurship mindset, you can also start your side hustle and do some small business. But with this kind of visa, you are not allowed to do business, but you can start thinking about that. So guys, in today's video, I talked about my studies, about difficulties of studying in South Korea, and social life. Don't forget that I am consulting people and taking people for mentorship to win different scholarships or just to get admission. Also, I am teaching languages, I am teaching English. If you have any questions or if you want to purchase one of my academic services, you can always contact me on Instagram. Thank you very much for being with me. Love you and see you in the next video. Bye.